Ahead of a referendum on an in-out EU membership on the 23rd of June, British expats in Cyprus are mulling what a Brexit could mean to them and which way they will vote.
It's no good to think I'm in Cyprus, I'm in an expat bubble, it won't harm me, because it will. So that's why I vote to stay in. I think Britain can only be great if it stays within Europe. It's too small to be on its own, it has no empire. The Commonwealth links are very weak, and it can only have a world voice now if it is within a larger bloc of nations. Britain on its own, what's it going to do? What kind of influence can it have? Who is it going to trade with? And I think to come out risks jobs and safety and trade.
Our forefathers fought for our right to vote, and I think it's important to vote. I was opposed to joining the original common market as it was in 1972. As soon as we joined, Brussels started to control and tell us how much we could sell a pound of butter for or a pint of milk. Over the years, it's transformed from what was the common market to what's now the European Union. We never ever voted to have Brussels controlling us. Brussels has far too much power.
I think they'd be very wise to stay in. The pound, ever since it's been announced, has suffered, and I'm €100 short on my pension.
I'm going to definitely vote to leave. I think a lot of people are worried about the health service here. You know, if we leave, will we still get free medical help? And I think we will.
I'm a little bit concerned that we might lose all the medical advantages because of my age. I have a lot of medical pills every month, doctors' fees that are ridiculous here. I may not be able to afford it, you know, to survive, and that may force me back to the UK, which quite honestly is the last place I want to go.
I think the England should stay in, definitely, because they've got too much to lose with export and import. They've got nothing. A lot of these people that are here are all expats and they live on their pensions, and it's made a big difference. It's a knock-on effect because they don't come in here because they can't afford to. I don't know how it will affect my life because obviously I don't get a pension.
We risk having our pension frozen. We risk not being able to access local health care. Also, if you are a Briton of working age, maybe you're claiming child benefit or job seekers allowance, you won't get that either. People here who access the free health care, etc., because of the EU, will not be able to stay here. They will have to go back to the UK. There will be a mass exodus.
Under a treaty that's already been signed, expats living in any one country would still be able to live freely in those countries, and any new rules after Brexit would only come into force for new citizens trying to reside in EU countries. Living in Cyprus, or if I was in the UK, wouldn't make any difference. I would still vote to leave.
We're bemused, like most people appear to be bemused over here. Mr. Cameron said, we've got a deal, everything's fine, and we can now go ahead with this referendum. But nobody knows what this deal is.
I've always believed we should never have joined the euro. If we can't look after ourselves independently, we're not the nation we thought we were.
I like the EU. I've travelled all over the world on my EU passport. I'm a Brit, or I'm English if you like, you know.
We have given our birthright away to Europeans who don't believe mostly in the ideals that we believe in.
I see the big picture. Not only me, my little pension and whatever else, I see Britain as an entity in the whole world. I see what would happen to us, and I think the consequences could be pretty dire.
There's too many ifs and buts. If experts are confused, what's the ordinary person going to think, like me?
If they applied conditions to us that we didn't like, we would remove ourselves and not stay here. They would be frightened to lose us.
They say we've got to go, we'll go back to our country. We'll manage.
If they decided we couldn't stay, that would be cutting off their nose to spite their face, because our economy sustains the place.